South African Airways' latest cost-cutting strategy could result in job losses. That's the warning from analysts ahead of the airline's annual general meeting tomorrow. But unions say they don't expect the South African Airways to announce massive retrenchments as a result of any saving measure.
The full extent of the financial woes of South African Airways and National Treasury's plans to save it will be laid bare tomorrow. That's when the company will hold its annual general meeting and announce its 2013-2014 financial results. The national carrier has been granted additional guarantee of nearly 6.5 billion rand by Treasury. As part of the conditions of the guarantee, SAA has to identify within 3 months areas where it can cut operating costs.
The single biggest cost to South African Airways, apart from oil or fuel, of course, is personnel. It's a bloated organization like most other state departments, so I'm afraid, unfortunately, what will happen, a number of guys must lose their jobs. But politically, that's extremely difficult to do. But the only answer is that we have to get a leaner and meaner South African Airways in the short term.
Transport and Allied Workers Union SATAU says although it's unsure about SAA's short-term plans, it does not expect its members at SAA to be negatively affected by the company's turnaround plans.
I don't think that it may affect our members directly. It may only affect those that they've created their own what we call position for the purpose of being managers. As I've alluded earlier on, to say you find that number of people, maybe 10, they report, maybe they are 14 or 16, whatever, less than 20, reporting to 8 managers. It may affect those that at that particular level, but we'll deal with it when it comes.
The intervention of Treasury at SAA is seen by many as a positive move that will no doubt improve the airline's financial health. But some believe SAA will only become efficient and competitive if it's put in private hands.
The only long-term solution is really to privatize South African Airways. South African Airways are badly managed. They will continue to be badly managed. In the short term, we may see some improvement now that Treasury is involved, but I'm afraid this is not the long-term answer. The only sustainable long-term answer is for South African Airways to be privatized.
Whether it's whole-scale privatization, whether it is selling shares, we're not set on what exactly the alternative is, but the point is it can't be a government-funded, taxpayer-funded venture.
SATAU has vowed to fight any plans to privatize the airline.
We'll resist that. In fact, we are ready. If they will attempt to do that, we've already put measures in place to deal with that if any attempt will arise.
An update on SAA's 90-day turnaround plan tabled by acting CEO Nico Bezuidenhout late last year is expected tomorrow. It includes targeted annual savings of 1.3 billion rand and future funding options that could see the airline selling a stake to an international rival. Luda Motlogelwa, SABC News, Johannesburg.